Ernesto.
Hi.
And happy birthday to you, 30 days old, the Toilet Paper Diaries.
Happy birthday to you too. It is really amazing how time passes by. I mean, it's exactly 31 days today because we did a pilot that we aired, and I think the only people watching were the two of us. But now it's been 30 days that we have been consecutively airing the Toilet Paper Diaries.
Very exciting. 30 days doesn't seem like a lot to many people, but I guess it's like when you watch movies about a zombie holocaust and somebody says, how long have you been alive? 30 days since the zombies broke out. Wow, that's amazing. It's those kind of achievements, because the hardest bit has been how to keep it going all this time. And we just drove it through sheer sense of will and wanting to make sure we didn't let anybody down. And you're looking good today. You're looking smart, Ernesto. I'm very impressed. You got a job interview again.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You also look very smart. I think it was very important that we actually dressed for the occasion. This is a milestone, I believe, but I have to also confess, and I'm going to do a little bit of show off. Can you see over here?
No. So this is the thing. As far as we're concerned, you don't bother wearing anything below the waist. So you're just half dressed. Well, I made the effort. Look. England.
So that is fantastic. So we are dressed for the occasion. We are having a celebration episode today, and we have a ton of fantastic guests on the show, and I think we're going to be really having a fantastic time. So let's get started with everything that we have planned. 30 days that will be in our mind for the rest of our lives. I mean, we will remember every single thing that happens. They are historical moments. Do you remember where you were when you first heard that we were going to go in lockdown?
Yeah, I was at home and I was getting prepared to do some traveling. I mean, we'd got some very exciting events lined up, working towards the World Blockchain Summit in Dubai, which I was hosting. And then it all started happening very quickly. And my daughter's school, with immediate effect, said, right, the kids are off school now. And as soon as that happened, I said to my wife, we're going shopping today. She went, well, why would you want to go shopping? I said, trust me, just let's get in the car. And I went and got all the things just in case. Now, I was about 2 weeks ahead of the pandemic shopping sprees that everybody went on, but I could smell it was going that in a certain direction. And I think that pretty much got me in a direction for where we were now. But I mean, the sort of job that I do, the sort of job you do, we spend a lot of time at home anyway. So if somebody says to me, you're going to spend 2 months at home in front of your laptop, I'd be like, yeah, what's happened? Nothing. Yeah, exactly. So what happened to you then? Where were you when you heard?
Well, I was just driving back from Mexico. I actually left Mexico. That was on the 12th of March. And I was driving back to the United States. And then I drove from the border to San Antonio. And then in San Antonio, I got into the hotel. And this is exactly what was going on in the news. Have a look.
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic. We have been in frequent contact with our allies, and we are marshaling the full power of the federal government and the private sector to protect the American people. This is the most aggressive and comprehensive effort to confront a foreign virus in modern history. I am confident that by counting and continuing to take these tough measures, we will significantly reduce the threat to our citizens, and we will ultimately and expeditiously defeat this virus. After consulting with our top government health professionals, I have decided to take several strong but necessary actions to protect the health and well-being of all Americans. To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight. These restrictions will be adjusted subject to conditions on the ground. There will be exemptions for Americans who have undergone appropriate screenings, and these prohibitions will not only apply to the tremendous amount of trade and cargo, but various other things as we get approval. Anything coming from Europe to the United States is what we are discussing. These restrictions will also not apply to the United Kingdom. At the same time, we are monitoring the situation in China and South Korea, and as their situation improves, we will reevaluate the restrictions and warnings that are currently in place for a possible early opening.
That was when the world suddenly woke up and went, oh, it's on. And what we're living in right now seems to be just a freeze that kind of started from that day.
This is where it all started. And we didn't really know exactly what was going on. And whatever, my father-in-law was stuck here because he was not able to travel back to the Netherlands. And then, of course, it was a huge turmoil. And I remember very well that we got a meeting with all of our speakers. We got together with all of our speakers. Everybody was in panic. And it was just absolutely crazy what was going on. And one of the things that I mentioned from the very beginning, and I think it's something that we immediately resonated. It is in times of crisis that suddenly leaders go up, and we have to show leadership. And this is where the two of us started thinking, well, what are we going to do? And the reason why we wanted to call this episode "The Gift," it's because I think for many of us, this pandemic has been a gift. It has been a blessing in disguise. Of course, we cannot forget about all the people that have died and all the tragedy part of it. But for those of us which are safe at home, this has been a blessing in disguise. Dave, what has been your gift that you have actually gotten from the time in quarantine to the time in isolation?
I think there's two things really, Ernesto. First of all, I really had an opportunity to get really close to my wife and daughter. My daughter's at school most of the days and I travel quite a lot. So I've had a real opportunity for us to bond. Yesterday we played Scrabble, and it's basically like a whole load of Fridays all banged in together, a weekend. And also the fact that we're doing this show. I've got to be honest, the chance to hang out with your bestie every night doing a show, because we talked about doing the Dave and Ernie show as a podcast, maybe even 3 or 4 years ago. And we got about 2 episodes in and then just didn't do any more. I can't remember why we did, maybe because of the time difference. And technology is a lot better now because obviously the internet's a lot better. But it was something we'd been meaning to do. We'd never found the right time to do it. So this is a real experiment to go live every day and push ourselves to be better than we could do the day before. And that's been wonderful. Plus, obviously, the chance to pivot my business. I love challenges. I love difficult situations that I've got to really think like a game of chess of how to get out of. And so repositioning my business to be an online business and doing a lot more stuff like speaking online has been fascinating and a challenge. And so for me, that's been the gift. I would never have had a chance to do it otherwise, or wouldn't have to until it came to maybe a year or 2 years down the line. How about yourself?
For me, it has been twofold, I think. Well, first of all, sure. The importance to rethink about how things are happening in my business. Very honestly, I was getting a little bit burned out because we work in an industry which is full of A-class personalities that are incredibly arrogant and they think too much of themselves. And, I knew that this actually something that is needed to happen in order to actually make people a little bit more humble. So one of the things that I actually got to realize was that some people that I suspected were jerks, I confirmed it. And some people that I didn't really know that well, they are just fascinating human beings. So I think on the first part, I have been discovering a complete different side of people, and now I know, for example, who are really people that could be my friends, who are really people which are serious about doing stuff, who are people that really are there as a speaker to help people and not to say me, this is who I am and look at how fantastic I am. So that for me has been great. And of course, I have to say, yes, I wish that I would have had a lot more time with my family. And I haven't really. That has been one of those things that I have been very, very conflicting for me, because we've been dedicating a ton of time for this show to happen. And I mean, I am actually now saying, well, you know, this whole project was a project of being completely selfless. We have not been asking for anybody to sign up any opt-in pages so that people can watch the show. Everything is completely selfish, and I have been doing it because I believe very strongly that it's my way to contributing to society. So right now it's a little bit conflicting for myself, because now I think whatever is going to be happening from now on, I'm going to definitely now be taking a lot more time for the family. Even though I have been taking some time for the family, I think I am now to the point after 30 days of doing this that I'm going to be, you know, now really focusing more on that. And now it's time to actually really be doing things differently. So it's been an interesting time for me.
Can I just check something? The families are people that we bump into between the bed and the laptop, isn't it? The people who keep saying hello to us. That's who the family is. Okay,
that is correct. I've been spending a ton of time with my online family. I've been creating some incredible new family members. But yeah, that's what I mean.
Right, let's get on to the show then. We wanted to talk about a gift. And to start that off, we've got a clip. And once people watch this clip, is a TED Talk, then they'll have a much better idea about how you can reframe the situation that you're in. Not everybody's enjoying this space. If certainly, it's not planning to belittle the people who are on their own during this time, but I think that the way to reframe and to think about it will be best illustrated by watching this.
Imagine, if you will, a gift. I'd like for you to picture it in your mind. It's not too big, about the size of a golf ball. So envision what it looks like, all wrapped up. But before I show you what's inside, I will tell you it's going to do incredible things for you. It will bring all of your family together. You will feel loved and appreciated like never before, and reconnect with friends and acquaintances you haven't heard from in years. Adoration and admiration will overwhelm you. It will recalibrate what's most important in your life. It will redefine your sense of spirituality and faith. You'll have a new understanding and trust in your body. You'll have unsurpassed vitality and energy. You'll expand your vocabulary, meet new people, and you'll have a healthier lifestyle. And get this, you'll have an 8-week vacation of doing absolutely nothing. You'll eat countless gourmet meals. Flowers will arrive by the truckload. People will say to you, "You look great. Have you had any work done?" And you'll have a lifetime supply of good drugs. You'll be challenged, inspired, motivated, and humbled. Your life will have new meaning. Peace, health, serenity, happiness. Nirvana. The price, $55,000. And that's an incredible deal. By now, I know you're dying to know what it is and where you can get one. Does Amazon carry it? Does it have the Apple logo on it? Is there a waiting list? Not likely. This gift came to me about 5 months ago and looked more like this when it was all wrapped up. Not quite so pretty. And this. And then this. It was a rare gem, a brain tumor, hemangioblastoma, the gift that keeps on giving. And while I'm okay now, I wouldn't wish this gift for you. I'm not sure you'd want it, but I wouldn't change my experience. It profoundly altered my life in ways I didn't expect, in all the ways I just shared with you. So the next time you're faced with something that's unexpected, unwanted, and uncertain, consider that it just may be a gift. Namaste.
Incredibly humbling clip there. Very, very powerful. And it's all about reframing. It's all about the understanding that things that happen to you that may be tragic do give you the opportunity to reevaluate the stuff that commercialism maybe drives. And you realize that the basics are probably more important, and that's why you ignore them, because they're so basic.
Yeah.
So with that, Ernesto, that was a great clip. Thanks for sharing that. I mean, we've got a gift that we want to share with everybody. Do we want to talk about that or go to the Wuhan clip first? Which would you prefer?
Okay. Well, let me let me just. I've been saying several times through the 30 days that we have been together that this is a little bit like the Mexican wave. So you can see in the other side of the stadium what's happening, and you can see that this is going to come through. And this has been some time that we're getting in. Today in Texas, they announced that they're going to start easing that everybody's going to start being able to go out. It's going to be one of the first states in the U.S. Some people are saying that they're not ready. Some people are saying that they are ready. The schools have been already closed. There's a lot of confusion, and that's why I always say we can start already seeing what is happening in the other side of the world, and then we can start seeing, well, how is this going to be applying for our own situation? So I want you to see what happened a couple of days ago in Wuhan. Have a look.
Incredible. About 11 million people went back to work as soon as they opened. And with that, it's going to be, right now, we've got about 4 billion people in lockdown. And so imagine the changes when they all go back to work.
So yeah, that's pretty much what we can expect that's going to happen. It was 76 days. Everybody which is thinking, well, we're going to be just released, like if they open the door or they put a green light, that's just not going to happen. I mean, we can see how this is moving, and yeah, we're gonna continue being like this. Now, you know what makes me feel very happy, Dave, that we understood that being there for everybody and supporting the community and supporting everybody was going to be very important. And we started doing this show a lot before many of the real TV shows actually started having this, because some of them were, first of all, they didn't have any studio audiences. They didn't have any people there. And then suddenly they started doing it at home. And I was just checking on the timeline, and it was just great that we got started with this specific time.
Absolutely. We managed to, but before everybody else had no audiences, we had no audiences to start, which was very perfect. So I'm very proud of that moment. Yeah, I think it was it Jimmy Kimmel who gave us the idea for doing this? A couple of them basically started working from home, and some of their shows were pretty ropey. Have you got any examples we can share with people?
Hey, it's Jimmy. I hope you and your friends and your family are as well as can be expected in our new post-apocalyptic world.
Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
I like that shirt. I'm going to shoot a mini monologue every day.
Joe Biden.
What's that hat you have on?
New York Mets. Supposed to be opening day.
To help prevent the spread of COVID-19, I'm now shooting the show with a safe, minimal crew of my husband and the creatures of the forest. Hi, I'm Samantha Bee. I'm out here in the woods waiting for my distant neighbor to stop chainsawing trees so that I can shoot a television show from the nook at the base of an old oak tree. Guys, I think we're gonna be all right. What the is happening?
I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. It's good to be back. What have I missed? I am coming to you from The Late Show's new temporary set, the historic Ed Sullivan My House. That even though I am at home and we're in casual circumstances, I am wearing a suit, all right? I'm doing that for two reasons. A, it gives me a sense that I am at a job. And B, I do not have a physique that lends itself to casual clothing.
This is Jimmy Fallon, and this is the Tonight Show home edition, I guess you can call it. We really don't know what this is.
Demi Lovato, I love you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh my
I
gosh,
appreciate it.
I'm in a room in my house. My camera operator is my wife.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Thank you for doing this. Every night we're going to do a different charity and talk about what they're doing for people.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Late Night from my hallway.
Hey man, we're not tuning in to hear from you. We're tuning in to hear from Dr. Fauci.
So first they were like, Amber, you're gonna film this on Zoom. And I was like, what is Zoom?
Because when you're talking about a health crisis like this, like an economic crisis, much more important to get in front of it than chasing it from behind.
First, I'm coming to you from my home in Los Angeles. All I can promise you is silliness, good cheer, and bad lighting. That you're gonna get in spades. And number two, please do not worry about me. I'm fine. I'm perfectly healthy. This is just the way I look. Okay, that's out of the way.
When it comes to spoilers about an upcoming season, Lisa Rinna knows as well as any housewife that loose lips sink ships.
So I went on YouTube and found a YouTuber that's teaching beginners how to do makeup. So I'm learning how to do makeup every morning. I have a beginner's class on YouTube. I'm putting on press-on nails.
I'm really trying to appreciate this time because there's going to come a time real soon as a parent where I'm not going to see my kids aren't going to want to be with me.
Hey everybody, Trevor Noah here. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Social Distancing Show. I did a show yesterday, but I didn't do a show the day before, so I think that means yesterday was Monday, so I think today's Tuesday.
No, that's ridiculous. If today's Tuesday, then why am I drunk?
Well, that's because you have a drinking problem.
There he goes, some of the superstars. And what we've watched over the last couple of weeks is all their shows have become slightly more tech. And they've had long chats with producers. And instead of just standing in front of the camera so you can see up their nose, they're all standing slightly back with a gap on the other side. So basically they can superimpose images of the things that they're talking about like a normal show. I mean, not quite perfect yet, but I think that it'll take some getting back to the normal shows after that. And we've got a special gift for everybody that we want to be able to share with you. And because of the fact we've talked at length about business cards, we know that a lot of people now will not swap money or business cards. Everything is going digital. So what we want to do is contribute something very special to you as a direct result of that. Do you want to talk about it, Ernesto?
We're creating a digital business card for you, which I will show you an example on how it works. And when we also have that recording that you created, the chair, which is very nice for people that are suffering, for people that have an issue that you can talk about in a moment. So that's basically two gifts that we're going to be giving to you. There's nothing for sale. You can just go there to bit.ly myshorby, and we will be creating your business card. It's a digital business card that looks like this, so that you can send it to people, because that's really the way that we have been using this already for a while. But right now, people, because they are now, you're not going to be having too much, you're not going to be in touch too much with people. This is just a perfect way to do it. And we will do it completely free for you. This is part of what we are offering on this 30th episode that we are doing right now. And Dave, possibly you can tell them a little bit about the chair.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows, but many people will know that I've been a practicing hypnotherapist and stage hypnotist for 20 plus years. And I realized that one of the most affecting facts about the coronavirus is the amount of people that pass on their own. So their family and friends and close people don't get a chance to say goodbye because they're in quarantine. So I created a hypnotic track called The Chair. And what that allows you to do is say goodbye to loved ones effectively in hypnosis by using NLP. It's a very affecting and very powerful session. And if you've lost anybody and you want to say goodbye to them, this is a very good way of doing it. Not just to do with the coronavirus, you can talk to loved ones. And please download it and share it with anybody who you think could do with some kind of closure. It's just a pure gift. It's really effective. It really helps. And I wanted to do something that I knew I could help with, and maybe not many other people were offering a way of doing it. So that's The Chair, and you can get it from our podcast, Toilet Paper Podcast. You can see the direct link there.
Yeah, that is great. One of the things that I was watching just before we were looking at this video, Jimmy Fallon started on the 23rd of March, and Conan O'Brien on the 30th. We started on the 18th of March, and we started not by saying, well, we're going to go by Zoom and we're going to start doing trainings and what contents are you going to be providing like everyone else. But we started saying we have to do something unique. We have to do something different. We have to do something that is going to be really standing out. And one of the first things that we realized is we have a very strong network. And we started contacting so many people around, and we told them the idea, and everybody got really excited. And from the very beginning, everybody started contributing with their pieces from around the world. So right now, what we're going to be showing is our tribute to some of the contributors that have made the Toilet Paper Diaries. The Toilet Paper Diaries. Have a look.
Absolutely.
Hey, Dave and Ernesto. Joel Comm here in Denver, Colorado.
Reporting from Kansas City.
Pete Garcia coming to you from Houston, Texas.
So this is Tracy Zimmerman. I'm coming to you from the greater Houston, Texas area.
John Sutcliffe here in Mexico City.
Matt from Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of Fort Bragg.
Reporting for you in the Atlanta area.
Reporting to you here from Mumbai.
Phil Bedford here, reporting on behalf of Dave and Ernesto from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates.
Thank you. Yes, here I am, Raymond Aaron, reporting from Toronto, Canada, live.
I am here in Dubai Marina, more precisely in Jumeirah Beach Residence.
Videoing you from Singapore.
Michael Dietrich coming from the Netherlands.
The Optimal Health Strategist coming at you live from Sedona, Arizona.
Hi, Dave and Ernesto. It's Catherine McIntosh live in Aspen, Colorado.
I'm here in Kent.
This is Alex coming to you from Dubai.
It is Chantel Simone here live from Los Angeles, California.
I'm here in the very southern part of Germany in the beautiful Bavarian Alps.
John Briggs for the Toilet Paper Diaries in Buckinghamshire. Back to you in the studio.
There we go. It's amazing how many people just rose to the challenge as soon as we contacted everybody and we said, right, we've got something very special that we want to do. I don't think there's anybody who didn't turn around straight away and say, yes, we're up for that. Let's have some fun. And we're really grateful that you're watching us just now. And we want to share with you some amazing people from all around the world that we contacted to say, look, if you were to look back at this experience, what gift did you get from this whole thing? And so with that, we'd like to see some of our experts from all around the world. And we're, in fact, going to start off with some of our dear friends and business colleagues from around the world that I've been chatting to on LinkedIn and beyond.
Hi, Dave and Ernesto. Roy from Sydney. Just wanted to share with you the things that I've learned from this coronavirus period. The most important thing that's come out for me and what I've learned is you have to be adaptable and you got to be flexible. You got to be able to think outside of the box, and you got to work out ways that you're not used to doing, but you're prepared to do. So that's it. Adaptable, flexible, and prepared to do things that you're not normally prepared to do. And back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Dave and Ernesto. I gotta tell you, the one gift that the quarantine has given me was the gift of the present moment. Yes, the present is a gift. That's why it's called a present. But honestly, it's given me the gift of stillness and being able to appreciate the the present moment. And being more present, I've been a better person, been more open-minded. I've been a better father, I think. I've had more time to spend with my little baby girl. I've just had more time. And it's interesting. We have more time than we think. But when you're locked down, you really get to think about what you're thinking about. Think about that. Back to you guys in the studio.
Hi Dave, hi Ernesto, it's Simon live in the UK. Firstly, thank you all you've been doing. It's been great watching these reports from all over the world. It's been a very challenging time here in the UK. A further 3 weeks of lockdown have just come ahead. And as a result of that, people are thinking differently about what's going on. There is food, there is shelter. But out of this, I think the biggest gift is this. People are reprioritizing what's important. And that's been the heart of the UK for many, many years, which is community. It's family, it's friends, and it's health. And that priority, the reality of what's important, has never been clearer to myself and many others. I think it's the biggest gift that's coming out of it, but it is a very challenging time. Back to you in the studio, and thank you for all you do. Bye for now.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Ernesto. Congratulations with 30 episodes. This is Michael Dieterich coming to you live from the Netherlands. I've said it before, but I think the greatest gift we've been given is the gift of time. Yes, it's a terrible situation we're in, but the coronavirus is a cloud, and we have to find the silver lining. For example, you guys are two of the busiest people I know. There's no way you could be doing a daily TV show if you didn't have this extra time. I'm using the time to do projects around the house and be creative. I hear a lot of people complaining, yeah, but I work at home and I have kids. I don't have any extra time. How much time are you saving not taking the kids to daycare? How much time are you saving not doing your normal showering, cleaning routine, getting ready? You save time. You're not driving to work. Use that time. You've been given a gift. As the great Tony Stark said, no amount of money bought anyone a second of time. Back to you in the studio.
Wonderful. Thank you. So many great stars.
We are having here a ton of people also which are watching the show live, and they are also, we have Rangarajan all the way from India. We have George Harris. Hi, George. How are you? We have also Gotham, which is his birthday. So Gotham, happy birthday. We are so happy that we are celebrating together your birthday. And one of the things that we wanted to ask you, if you're watching the show right now, type right now, what is the gift that the lockdown has provided for you? Dave, what goes next? What are we moving to?
Well, just a quick reminder, by the way, that we have a special digital gift for you, which is our digital business card. We'll be flashing up for you on the screen, your opportunity to go and get it. There's no catch at all. There's nothing. But think about it. From now on, when you go and see somebody and they give you a business card, are you really going to take it without spraying it, having rubber gloves on and staring at them in a funny way? Whereas if you can turn around, just pick up your phone and say, look, go to this website, and my details are there, and they go to it and they can contact you without anything else and any delay. That's really good. And also at the same site, you'll get that special hypnosis audio for free, and our entire podcast collection, which is waiting there for you. So I hope you enjoy that too. Right then, we're going to be looking at lots of people across the world who are superstars. And the guys that we're chatting to then were TV stars, musicians, influencers, and royalty. But we've got even more to come in this show. I can tell you that next up, we're going to look at some experts who are pioneers and global leaders in our particular industry of speaking. And here they come just for you.
Okay, so let's see. We have right now Mary Henderson. So, Mary.
Hi, Ernesto. Hi, Dave. It's Mary Henderson here from Melbourne. I just wanted to share with you guys that this lockdown has been nothing short of amazing for me personally from a creative standpoint. I think that when you're forced to be confined in a specific space and just really give yourself permission to be still, you get somehow this incredible download of creativity, ideas, thoughts, processes. And my clients have actually benefited from that level of creativity. I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that you're both doing really well and staying safe. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this experience with you guys. Back over to you guys live in the studio. Stay safe.
Thanks, Mary. Stay safe to yourself as well. Wonderful. From Melbourne, Australia. And a lot of the pioneers and global leaders are also sharing their thoughts online. And Simon Sinek is a big star that I think everybody knows. And Simon should be there.
Hey everyone, thought I would share a thought in these strange times. Hair and beard both getting long. Haven't figured out how to cut my hair yet. Might take out the old razor and buzz it. Anyway, one of the things which I preach, as everybody knows, is about being optimistic. This is different from being positive, and it's definitely not naive. A lot of people think that optimism is naive. It's not. Optimism is not the denial of reality. And positivity is about saying things are good even when they're not. So like, everything's fine here, nothing to see here, everything's good, we're good. That's positivity. We don't need positivity right now. Optimism is the belief that the future is positive. We are going through a hard time now. Times are tough, they're rough, they're dark, but we will get through this together. That's what optimism sounds like. It is not the denial of what is. It is not pretending that things aren't good. It is simply the fundamental belief that there's a light at the end of the tunnel and we are heading towards that light. So be optimistic. We will get through this together. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Talk to you soon.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And
it's interesting to see what he's saying about the hair. It's something that is really absolutely driving me crazy. Well,
your hair. It looks good. I've never complained about your hair. Well, the thing is, you're receding, but now you've got lots of it, so that's not a problem. It's really good. What I like about Simon there is you can see that when he's on stage, he always looks like he's stuck in about 35 years old, 40 years old. But there's a lot of grey in that beard because he hadn't shaved it yet. So quite clearly, he's either in denial or he fakes it better than we do. Now, one of my favorite authors and one of my favorite thought leaders is Seth Godin, and he's been responsible for some incredible ideas, and certainly creating a tribe came from him. And I guess it's our tribe, ultimately, who are becoming the speakers, who are the reporters all the way through this show and beyond. So how's Seth doing?
For many of us, the world has turned upside down. Too many people are dealing with health issues or other dislocations. But it might simply be that you're now working from home and you're not used to it, and it's isolating and disorienting. Well, I've been working from home off and on since 1986, a long time, and I know that feeling. At Akimbo, we decided to do something to help you out. We're building and launching a co-working space, a virtual co-working space where you can see and find the others, a place to hang out instead of the water cooler, a place to co-work on video. It's free. There's no strings attached. We're going to keep it open for a month. If you'd like to check it out, visit akimbo.com. That's AKIMBO, akimbo.com. And I am wishing you and your family health and peace of mind as we slog our way through this. And if we can be of help, we'd love to. See you there.
Wonderful. It's so nice to see people giving, isn't it? I mean, it's amazing to see how many people are just giving unconditionally and how many people are using the opportunity just to sell because they know they've got a captive audience. It almost splits the real relationship that people have for their clients, customers, and connections. Don't you think, Ernesto?
Well, that's exactly what I was telling you. I mean, you get to find out who people are by the situation that we're in. For example, one of the nicest examples that we have seen so far, we have mentioned him several times, Captain Tom. He started trying to get £1,000 for the NHS. And what is the figure right now, Dave?
I'm just looking live as we speak on his website, justgiving.com, and so far it's £23,644,000. I don't know what that is in dollars because I've never had to worry about counting it, but that's quite a lot. Now, remember when the guy first decided to walk around on his Zimmer frame, there are a couple of things. He's 99 years old, he turns 100 at the end of the month, and he wanted to raise £1,000 to help the British health service, the NHS. And so he went round, people started getting a story, and he became the absolute poster child, if that's a phrase for a 100-year-old guy, the poster legend for the British effort to deal with the coronavirus. And so £23 million just in about a week, raised by this gentleman, and it keeps going up and up and up. And all the best to him with that. Fantastic.
So we're getting some really nice messages from people saying what has been the gift we get here. Tofik saying that slowing down the pace has been really great. Munir is telling us all the way from Abu Dhabi, saying that greater productivity. Frank Mulcahy is telling us that it allowed him to reinvent his business. So yeah, it's a great gift. Now I think it's time that we go for the musical part of the show, and Heath, possibly you can introduce it because you know the guys.
Yeah, it's one of those things that when we say a musical interlude, people are thinking, oh, Dave and Ernesto are going to grab some guitars now and just serenade. No, we're not going to do anything. We're not even going to pretend to play air guitar. Instead, we're going to hand it over to Brent McCulloch, Alex Kilroy, and Adrian Laird for their very own version of Staying Alive called Staying Inside. Staying Inside, which is probably the best way to serenade yourself when he's sitting there. It took me a while to wonder, is that dog chewing his toes? But no, he's probably eating some biscuits. That's okay.
Now let's continue with some of our amazing correspondents talking about what has been their gift. Have a look.
Hey, what's up, Dave? What's up, Ernesto? Thank you guys very much. What am I grateful for? Well, a whole bunch of things. I've got time to spend with my family. I'm doing a whole bunch of things that I've wanted to do for a long time. One of which is creating my home studio, my whole home studio setup, allowing me to go live and create my courses live and on the fly with some little cool animations, just like the one you're seeing here. So I'm extremely grateful. I've been more productive than ever. I'm using my time wisely. So that's what I'm very grateful for. Thank you guys, and I've been inspired by a lot of what you guys are doing. So that's it from me. Back to you guys in the studio. Peace out.
Good morning, Dave and Ernesto. Frank Mulcahy in Sugarland. Hey, one of the things that the COVID actually did for me is I sat down, I took a sabbatical once we went into lockdown, and in a matter of about 24 hours, I actually redefined my whole business model. I was basically an offline guy, public events, team meetings, corporate. But once I decided to switch it over to online, it was seamless, 24, 48-hour process. Got some help from some of my major clients. And amazingly, with every storm, it always brings rain that promotes new growth. And what happened with me is I've opened up a whole new book of business in the B2C space. And as you know, Dave and Ernesto, I've been a B2B guy serving corporate America. So back to you in the studio, and I tell everybody we can get through this together. Keep the faith.
Hi, Ernesto. Hi, Dave. This is Robbie Matthews, president of the Matthews Entrepreneur Group, Chicago, Illinois, USA. I want to thank you for having me participate in the Toilet Paper Diaries. And I want to say that I am most thankful and grateful for our healthcare workers, our first responders, and our essential workers who are sacrificing their lives to save ours. And that because of that, I have hope for a much better and brighter future for all of us globally, and that we are all connected. And if we stay that way, if we stay connected and we stay together and support each other, even after all this is over, then our world will be a much better place, a much safer place. So I want to thank them and their families for their sacrifices. Back to the studio.
Wonderful. Some amazing stories there. And it's true about the gift is different for everybody, but we really do have a gift of life, and we really do have a gift that in this current war that we're fighting against the virus, we don't have to go to battle. We can just stay inside and not go crazy. But we have a ton of people in every country, literally in every town, every road, who are looking after the cleaning, the collecting, the making sure the shops are full, they're in the hospitals looking after everybody. We've got the easy job. So yeah, we should always remember for those people and the people who have suffered from the virus being a part of their lives as well. A real challenge there. With that, Ernesto, I think we should remind people about the special gift. This show is called The Gift, and we're talking about people's gifts. What we want to do is give you something very special as well. And all you have to do is contact us directly. We've got a website for you there. And with this, you get a digital business card. If you haven't got one already, very simple. All you need to do is just put your details down. We'll create it for you, send it to you, and you can very quickly be able to get access to that straight away. So you won't have to go to another business meeting, look in your pocket for bits of fluff and your old business cards. You can just send them straight away to that link. There's we go, the digital business card on the top, you can see it. And also I've got a very special audio, an NLP hypnosis audio for anybody who's lost somebody and didn't get closure. And you can share that with anybody you want as well. That's called The Chair. So that's available for you. We're going to keep it open. We're going to actually look at making sure that everybody gets access to those things. Now, there's lots of celebrities around the world who are all doing their thing. One of the reasons we decided to do this show is because there's a huge event where musicians and so on are sharing their gifts. And there's a lot of celebrities who are all stepping up to the mark. One of my favorites is a guy called Hugh Jackman. This guy you may know from the Wolverine movies, but also recently with The Greatest Showman, proved that he's also one of the best entertainers on the planet, period. So what's Hugh Jackman doing during a lockdown when there's a global pandemic going on?
He's going to teach us how to wash our hands.
All right, take two on this. Thank you everyone for picking me up on my mistake yesterday, which was to wash my hands and leave the water running the whole time. That was not good, I wasn't thinking. So thanks for picking me up. So I got the soap, just gonna quickly turn on, turn it off. And we're gonna wash your hands, with the water off. And then wash your hands, but don't keep the tap running.
There you go. That's Hugh Jackman. And I counted 17 seconds. Officially, you're meant to do 20 seconds. So as far as the experts are concerned, Hugh, your fingers are still filthy. Go back and do it again.
Yes, it's going to be the third time that he does it, because on the first time he was told off because he was talking and explaining and the water was running, so he also was told off for that.
You just can't get the staff. There we go. But I've got to say that watching Hugh Jackman wash his hands is still incredibly entertaining. I don't know why that works, but it just works. So well done. There you go. And there's many stars all around the place. Some of them are actually walking around big gardens. Some of them are walking around their house. And Michael Douglas is one of our favorites. And you've known him for many, many years as just a legend in cinema. And here he is now.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a beautiful weekend. We finally got some nice weather here. Got out for a little walk. Tough times. Got to get a good breath of air when you can get it. We're down here by the Hudson River, looking out over here on a really, really nice day. Everybody there, please stay safe and sound. All our thoughts are with you. Take care.
The incredible Michael Douglas, and the view you can see there, looking around as he turns the phone around, you can see the water, the Hudson River, and the island on the other side. That's all his back garden. He owns everything you can see in that entire video. So he must get really tired staying in quarantine. Oh no, I've only got 50 miles of square radius to walk around. What am I going to do? Stir crazy. And so with that, that's Michael Douglas. And Reese Witherspoon, you will know from many wonderful movies, and also the fact that she's won Oscars too. And she's one of the most personable Hollywood stars, I think. Somebody who everyone enjoys watching because she seems like the girl next door. And when you actually see what she's like on social media, you just fall in love with her once again. It's Reese Witherspoon.
Hey everyone! Okay, here we are going into week 3 of isolation. How are you guys handling this? It's a lot. I've been thinking about ways I could give back at this time, and a couple of years ago I did this show called Shine On with Reese. It was on Netflix. It's actually still on Netflix, and it's really good. I talk to experts in different fields that really inspire me. So as I was talking to different people, I thought, what if I share some conversations that I'm having right now about how to deal with this time and share them with you guys. So I'm talking to parenting experts, I'm talking to marriage counselors, people who counsel me about personal finances, people who just teach me fun, inspiring meals. I thought I would share some of these conversations with you guys. and I hope you find them useful and maybe thought-provoking or helpful. In partnership, because it really is all about giving back right now, Hello Sunshine is going to partner with World Central Kitchen to push out these conversations. They are an incredible organization that has started an initiative called Chefs for America, and they are feeding kids in need, families in need, seniors who can't leave the house. But also, so importantly, they're feeding our frontline medical workers who are right here at the center of this crisis. So thank you to World Central Kitchen for everything you're doing. I have a link in my bio so you can see all the good work they're doing and donate if you can. And meanwhile, I want to share the first conversation that I had with a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Eve Rodsky, and she is a New York Times bestselling author of a book called Fair Play. It's all about how to divvy up household work. Just a really important conversation right now that so many of us are working at home and taking care of kids, and it's important to have these conversations to maybe mitigate any arguing that might be going on. She's a great person to share her ideas. She's been studying marriages and families for the past 3 years, and she just knows what works and what doesn't. So I hope you enjoy this conversation, and I will keep sharing with you guys. Give me all your thoughts. I want to hear what you think of this new series I'm calling Shine On at Home.
Fantastic. Look forward to watching that. Isn't it amazing how many stars? You can see that they can't get the live-in, unless they have a live-in maid, they're going to have to do all that cleaning on their own. And they're thinking, how do I start? Do I get my fingers dirty? Well, Hugh Jackman clearly knows how to wash them afterwards. But there you go, Reese Witherspoon. It's just star after star after star all the way through the show. And we've got some incredible speakers. And unfortunately, like everybody who's a speaker like myself, Ernesto, all the events are put on hold for the near future. And so what we want to do is chase up some of the best international speakers. And we got onto everybody and said, can you share your gift with us now? And here we are for you.
Hello, Dave. Hello, Ernesto. So my biggest takeaway from this lockdown has been the 2 F's, fear and focus. I have, through increased fear, because I lost about 40% of my revenue, we did a ton of live event promotions, I've learned to focus on the things that I needed for myself and that the world needed from me as an individual. So it has been a blessing in disguise, riddled with fear, and complemented at the end by me actually getting my crap together for what I know the world needs from me. And I hope the same has happened for you guys. Back to you.
Hello, Dave. Hello, Ernesto. Tom Beal here from Boca Raton, Florida, and I want to share with you the big lesson that I've learned during this lockdown. And it's a good reminder for me and possibly for you that the basics win in sports. The basics win in business. The basics win in health. The basics win in relationships. Focus on the 3 to 4 big rocks. Do those very well and watch how you will win the game of life, whether that's personally or professionally. Stick to the basics and win. All right, back to you in the studio, guys.
Hey, Ernesto and Dave, Ridgely Goldsboro here, coming at you from my home office because most of us are at home. Yes, we are quarantined at home. And I must say that the one thing that I have really gotten out of this period, besides being able to spend more time with my wife since I'm not traveling, is the value of stillness and examining what matters and what doesn't. And I really want to encourage everybody out there, ask yourself, if everything went back to normal tomorrow, what would you take with you that you have today? What's the great lesson, the beauty, the moment, the magic that you've gotten out of having all this time to yourself, being able to reflect, retrench, sharpen your saw, figure out who you are and how you can serve the world. All right, again, this is Ridgely Goldsboro, and back to you in the studio.
Ridgely's looking even younger than he was last time I saw him. That was about 5 years ago. Well,
yeah, he's a little bit like Dorian Gray. He looks younger every day. It's amazing.
So, somewhere there's a picture in Ridgely's house where he's old and decrepit, and it just ages all the time because he just looks great every time I see him. So thanks to the guys there, all big hitters, all big decision makers and thought leaders. And this show's just full of them. That's the thing I find so exciting about it. But what I love is that the ideas they're sharing with us, Ernesto, don't you think?
make sure to connect with everybody, because of course we believe very strongly in networking, and that we are blessed that we have such an amazing network. So make sure that if you are for the first time seeing some of these superstars, that you actually connect with them. And talking about that, I think it's great if we go to see some more superstars in the marketing, in the speaking industry. Have a look.
Hey Dave, hey Ernesto, it's Chris Farrell here in Los Angeles. That's such a great question. What is this gift that this lockdown has provided for us? I've been thinking about this, and my answer would be that the gift is that this lockdown has allowed me to have time to really identify, is what I'm doing in life aligned to my highest values? They say that if you're doing something in life and you're struggling with it, or you're having procrastination when you want to do something, it's often because that thing is not aligned to your highest values. So my question to everybody would be, what are your highest values? Now, if you don't know, that's fine, but you need to identify, what do you value more than anything? It might be a physical thing, it might be a spiritual thing, it might be financial, it might be learning, it might be growth, it might be family. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you need to know what your number one value or values are, because then when you do stuff that's in alignment to your values, it's going to be so much easier to execute. So that really has been the gift for me, allowing me to have time to really question, is what I'm doing in life aligned to my highest values? And I'd encourage anyone watching to ask yourself that same question as well. Anyway, that's my answer. Hope you guys are staying well. Back to you both in the studio.
Hello, Dave. Hello, Ernesto. And hello to all of you. Listen, this is a trying time, but here's what they say. They say when you're up, your friends know who you are. And when you're down, well, you know who your friends are. This setback, this coronavirus, has really showed me who my friends were. I had so many people call on me, email me. Some sent me video chat messages. I mean, they just reached out to me, and I never felt so much love. And I appreciate the fact that there's so many people out there that not only love and care about me, but I bet there's some that love and care about you. Listen, we're going to get through this. It may be a trying time right now, but we're going to turn this around, and we can do it together. What looks like the end of the road is really just a bend in the road, if you're willing to make this turn. And we're going to turn this around together. Back to you guys in the studio.
Hi everybody, this is Heather Schooler from the Money Library, and I am coming to you from the United States and the great state of Illinois, which was the third state to go on lockdown when the pandemic started. So we've had a lot of time to shelter in place. The one tip that I wanted to share with you that has really benefited my business over these past few weeks is the virtual networking. It's been fantastic for me because people are actually coming online to network. So I've met so many people from not just the United States, but across the globe that have helped me to learn how to grow my business, and who are also potential people that I can work with in my business. So if you haven't done any virtual networking, the time to start is today. Hey, quick shout out to Ernesto and Dave. Congratulations on your 30th episode, and take care. Everybody have a fantastic day.
Wonderful. Some superstars there, as you can see. And as Ernesto mentioned, connect with them on social media, because they are really big hitters, and they're just incredible people to know as well. We've got a gift. The show is a gift. If you just joined us, you've joined the Toilet Paper Diaries. We broadcast every single day while the pandemic is on, to be there for you and to share the insights and the news and things as they go. It's called the gift because we want to give you a gift, not just a gift of all the connections of the great speakers and influencers and business people that we've had on the show, but also because we've got something very special. On the left hand there, you can see the blue screen, and that's got Ernesto's digital business card. That's got all his stuff on it. It's got his LinkedIn, it's got his WhatsApp, it's got his website, it's got his phone direct, all those things. Really powerful to have when you want to connect with people. And as you can see on the right, we've got the gifts that we have for you specifically from this show. So you can get that digital business card just by filling in, when you get to that place there, www.bit.ly/myshorby. Go there directly, fill in all the details, and our team will create a digital business card for you free of charge. There's no money exchanged in this. We want you to be safe, and we want you to be safe from this point on. And also my own exclusive gift is the chair, which is a hypnotic audio for you, which is on our podcast site. And with that, it's all about closure. It's all about the ability to connect with people who you didn't get closure if you lost them through the virus and the pandemic, or you lost them at any particular point. It creates a chair in your mind, and the person that you're missing most sits there and he can talk to them. It's very touching and very, very effective. Are you enjoying the show so far, Ernesto?
I am loving it. I think it's been a lot of fun, and it's been just really touching just to see how how many responses have we got so far. I mean, everybody wanted to participate in this show, and it's been very hard to actually fit everybody. So all our friends, all the people in our network, all our speakers that didn't manage to make it on this specific show, we're going to be having the gift week starting tomorrow. So we just let's just see who else is here sharing about their gift.
Well, hey, Dave and Ernesto, greetings from Sydney, Australia. Ken Krell here, coming to you live, well, on tape, for your incredible 30-day anniversary. You look 30 days old. You look fantastic. You know, this whole Corona thing, to me, has been an incredible blessing. Now, yes, there's tragedy in many places. People are in serious discord and so on, but it's given everyone an opportunity to reevaluate where they are. And for me, the big thing is that I've now rebirthed and reinvigorated my entire business and my life because of this whole thing. And just as you created what you've created, which is magnificent, I'm doing the exact same thing on a different scale. Opportunity is everywhere, and I applaud you for what you guys have done. Back to the studio.
Ernesto and Dave, I miss you guys. I remember all the great times we had working with businesses in the UAE and Bahrain. So right now in fintech, contactless payments and wearables and mobile phone or smartphone enabled payments are so important to keep coins and cash out of the system as much as possible right now with coronavirus. There's some great campaigns I've been working on lately, and it's standing with governments and local authorities and charities and NGOs for emergency payment disbursement to people right now. I'm actually working on a release today to help more people in the UK in need. And I think this highlights the environment as well, because there's also a focus in the press now on biodegradable options and moving away from plastic. So even in this health crisis, people are always looking at our environment too, which is fantastic. I think right now there's a spirit of cooperation and partnership that can only be a good thing. And I wish you good health.
Hello, Dave. Hi, Ernesto. And thank you both so much for the daily dose of positivity that you are sharing with the world. It has truly been a blessing. Now, the biggest gift that this lockdown has given to me personally is connection. The ability to slow down and connect with others in my life, using technologies like FaceTime and Zoom so that I can still see their faces. But it's also given me connection at a much deeper level with myself and my goals and my business. It's allowed me to reconnect with and refine my vision and my mission, and to refocus on how I want to give back to the world, how I can use my skills and experience to make a bigger impact on the individuals and organizations that I work with. So thank you for this opportunity to connect with both of you today. And now back to the studio.
It's just like a who's who of every single stage and every single book on a bookshelf and every single influencer doing social media. It's just incredible. I shudder to think how many followers our guests have got if you lined them all up and counted them. It's well into the hundreds of millions and thousands of millions, whatever. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know, I feel a little bit teary-eyed because, I mean, it's just so incredible. I get to remember a lot of the stories and a lot of the things that we have done together. Well, you and I, of course, but I mean, with all these people, and it is just a really amazing memory. So this has also been a very touchy episode. Let's continue with some more of our amazing speakers sharing their gift.
Hello, Ernesto and Dave. Michael Butler, Dallas, Texas. Kudos on the show. So proud of you. I've been a fan for a long time. I just want to say what the pandemic has taught me is peace through chaos, staying creative, staying organized, and quality family time. So I can't wait to be doing events with you again all over the world. Kudos on the show, and I'm staying tuned for your content. Back to you in the studio.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Ernesto. Really nice to see you guys. I just wanted to tell you that one of the things I think has become a real blessing in disguise for what's happening right now, at least for me, and what I'm super grateful for, is the fact that I'm home. I am not on a plane right now. And I've been able to spend time with my family, a little more time with the girls, and get a lot of things done around the house. But more importantly, and I think for a lot of us as speakers and authors and trainers and the people I work with and my clients, now is a time to be really working on the foundational stuff that we just don't have a chance to when we're jetting all over the place and you're on planes and trains and automobiles and working around all the people. And having this quiet time has been such an incredible blessing, and I'm getting a ton done. I hope everybody is everywhere, all over the world where you guys are. Back to the studio.
Hey Dave, hey Ernesto, hey everybody, it's James Malinchak, featured on ABC's hit TV show Secret Millionaire and founder of Big Money Speaker. You know, we're in this lockdown, and the greatest gift that I've gotten from this lockdown is to realize that no matter how tough my situation may seem, I have nothing to complain about, because there are people out there who have tougher, more difficult situations than me. And so what I'm taking away is my gift from this lockdown is that I'm blessed and that I need to be grateful, send out positive vibes, send out blessings. Everybody pray for one another. We're all in this together. There's only one race, and that's the human race. We're all one family. We're all one team. So I want to just say a shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody who is sending out positive vibes. Keep blessing people and keep sharing your gift. Back to the studio.
Fantastic, wonderful stars there. And it's incredible. If you were just to look at that map behind you, Ernesto, we've already ticked off every continent. We've already started throwing pins at the same places over and over again. It's really such an incredible experience to be able to talk to people from all around the world who are making an impact in their own industries and in their own countries as well. And it's really liberating. It's a real testament towards how the coronavirus has brought people together.
That is correct. And I think that's one of the most important things about cherishing your networks and your contacts and never burning bridges. I mean, throughout this coronavirus, some people have actually burned bridges in the very stupid way. I have seen them doing it. I have seen the reactions, the way that they have behaved. I, in the other hand, believe that we have to build bridges, we have to connect doors, we have to make sure that we cherish our friends, our relationships, our family, our network. And that's why I'm really blessed that I get to do this with you, Dave, because we are really doing what we really love.
Hi Ernesto, hi Dave, Michelle Nazaroff here from Perth. Last time I seen you guys, it was 5 years ago in speaking in Dubai. Since I last saw you, I've been speaking around the globe, as you know, about inspiring people to lift their standard with their health and vitality and the power of plants. COVID-19 has hit, as we know, and wow, what a gift I've actually been given. I'm in isolation here in Perth, right near the beach, but I'm connecting with my daughter. She's 12. We're making magic moments every day. I've been that busy caring and serving others, I'd forgotten what was right under my nose. So this has been a magical gift, and I hope you all can see the gift in this isolation. Back to the studio.
Hello, Ernesto and Dave. Good to be here with the Toilet Paper Diaries, coming at you live from Phoenix, Arizona. The gift that I have received during the lockdown is presence. Having had this time with not much to do, I mean, I had a lot to do in my office, but not having to go anywhere, fly anywhere, do different things, it has given me the gift of presence, to just be present with myself, to really understand who I am and what I'm here on this planet for. So thanks for having me on the Toilet Paper Diaries. Back to you in the studio.
Hey, Dave and Ernesto. Thanks for inviting me back. Look, you can see my reflection. There we are. Anyhow, it's a beautiful day in Denver, and things are going to start easing up here. What have I learned during this time? Well, as much of an extrovert as I am, I really do just fine by myself. If I'm not on the road speaking and doing what I'm doing at events, then I'm here at my place chilling out and recharging. So on one hand, this has been a time of recharging. On the other, I'm also gearing up for a virtual event that we're doing for the blockchain and cryptocurrency world, where we've decided to put together some of the greatest minds in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and the future of digital money to be able to help those that are also stuck at home. So it's been pretty good. And definitely looking forward to things getting back to normal in some ways. But this has not been a tremendously difficult time for me. Anyway, back to you guys.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Ernesto. It's John Quinetta coming to you here from South Florida. Listen, first I just wanted to take a second and thank you both for all that you're doing. This is amazing stuff, giving back during this tough time. For myself, I guess the best thing that I've learned is that humans are good. People are looking out for each other. For me, I've spent a lot of extra time with my family, rode bikes with my kids that before I didn't do as much. And, you know, I think that stuff's important. In fact, it's the most important thing. Just a reminder. Now back to the studio.
It's been a who's who of stages around the world, Ernesto. I can't believe it. And we got so many more coming through right now.
We have so many more, but we cannot go forever. So what we're going to do is this week is going to be the gift show. We have a ton of other friends that have contributed. They have just been really spreading the word. And we want to make sure that you understand that we're doing this out of we really are doing this with pleasure. We want to make sure that we serve the entrepreneurial community. We want to serve the speaking community, and we have so much incredible content so far shared with you the past 30 days. Please make sure to share it with people. You can share it, you can watch the videos, or of course you can also go and listen to all the podcasts. The podcasts are there. You don't have to even put your opt-in name and email, whatever it is. You can just go there and share it. Please share it with other people. You know that we want to make sure that as many people as possible hear all these positive messages throughout the time. And we're going to continue, Dave. We're going to continue until the lockdown finishes. I just heard that the governor of Texas was actually starting the ease of the lockdown starting the 1st of May. However, I mean, it's not that they're just going to put the green light and everybody's going to come out, and it's going to be like an experiment. So Texas is the first state here in the United States to come over here. So we are just slowly flowing, but we will remain here with you.
Stay safe, and I'm going to miss you when you don't do a show with me. If you turn around first, you say, we're out of lockdown, Dave. Cheers. Welcome to the Toilet Paper Diary with Dave Crane on his own. I'll be so upset if it takes longer for me to get out than you, but I'll be glad to hear that you're out in daylight and enjoying the sunshine again. So I'll let you off when that finally happens.
Well, just to finish this, I would like just to relive some of the moments that we have gone through. This is a very beautiful video from the World Health Organization that I think that you will enjoy. Have a look.
Throughout history, humankind has prevailed in our darkest moments, coming together to face the very thing that would extinguish our light. This is not one of those moments at all. This is a moment for pretty much the opposite. For hiding, for laying low. Napping is also good. Saving humankind by really not getting near it. Where playing games, staring at screens, staring at anything, all are the stuff of heroes. Every generation has its moment, where individual sacrifice makes way for the good of those who will come after. A higher purpose. This one is ours.
Guys, this has been episode 30 of the Toilet Paper Diaries, a program that we started to support our community, and we are really blessed that you have been there with us every single day. See you tomorrow.
It's been an honor. Thank you. Take care and goodbye.